Buckle up, space fans. Let's tackle this spine-tingling question: what happens to an astronaut floating lost in space minus their trusty spacesuit? Well, buckle up for reality check number 1. It's not as dramatic as the movies. No eerie close-ups of a frozen in terror face here. Instead, if you're suddenly spat out into the cosmos sans spacesuit, your first panic-inducing sensation wouldn't be a gruesome decompression, but rather a desperate struggle to breathe because, let's face it, space is one big vacuum and air isn't exactly abundant in there. Alright, space enthusiasts. Let's dive into what would actually happen if an astronaut found themselves floating lost in space without a spacesuit. First off, forget holding your breath. It's not going to save you. In fact, exhaling could be more fatal than inhaling. The temperatures outside Earth's orbit aren't exactly human-friendly either. They can plummet to as cold as negative 250 degrees Fahrenheit or skyrocket up to sizzling hot 250 degrees Fahrenheit when caught in sunlight. And let's remember, spacesuits exist because our bodies can't handle these extreme conditions. We're not built for this kind of space adventure. On top of that, the real killer is oxygen deprivation. It takes a shocking 15 seconds for an average human to lose consciousness due to lack of air, making breathing in space nearly impossible without some serious life support. Space, being a vacuum, means there's no breathable oxygen waiting to give you life support. Now, here's where things get intense. If you hold your breath and try to cling onto the air trapped inside, it can lead to something terrifying: your lungs bursting due to the pressure difference. But surprisingly, exhaling in space isn't the worst-case scenario. Doing so might actually let you survive for a couple of minutes without any permanent damage. The reason why lungs rupture is because of the loss of external pressure, causing gases within them to expand rapidly. Once they explode, air will rush into your bloodstream. So, in an extreme survival situation like this, letting go of that trapped air might just give you some extra precious time. Imagine being on an epic space adventure, then suddenly finding yourself floating in zero gravity. But here's the not-so-glamorous truth: your body won't remain intact for long. Within just 10 seconds of being in space, water from your body starts to evaporate rapidly due to a lack of atmospheric pressure. And it'll be your skin that keeps you from, quite literally, bursting at the seams. Now, here's some good news. If you're rescued and brought back to Earth or any other planet with a healthy atmosphere, your body will bounce right back to normal. But hold up, there's another space threat waiting for you: cosmic radiation that hasn't been filtered out yet. This type of radiation is like an invisible cosmic storm, and it's essential we protect ourselves from it when venturing into the vast unknown. Let's take a closer look at what it would be like if you were stranded in space without any protection. First off, imagine getting the worst sunburn of your life, and that's just from being exposed to cosmic radiation. Now, despite feeling like you're melting, or rather burning alive, your body temperature will actually plummet because there's no heat retention in space, causing you to freeze. Eventually, death will set in, and your remains would either become mummified if near a heat source or frozen solid while drifting in the cold vastness of space. The lack of oxygen might seem like it'd lead to rapid decomposition, but surprisingly, it actually helps preserve your body from decay, meaning you could potentially be floating around as space debris for millions of years. Now, let's talk about spacesuits. They're not just fancy astronaut uniforms, they're a lifesaver in the harsh environment of space. A spacesuit is made up of multiple components working together to perform critical functions that keep astronauts safe and alive. Let's break down how an astronaut stays safe in space by diving into the different components of their trusty spacesuit. Starting from the top, the hard upper torso serves as protective armor, safeguarding the heart and lungs. On your head, you'll find the helmet, which houses the extravehicular visor assembly, a crucial piece that offers maximum visibility for navigating the vastness of space. For your lower half, there's the lower torso assembly, ensuring stability while moving around outside the spacecraft. Now, here's a cool fact: these layers aren't just about looks, they're also intricately woven with tubes running through them except for some key areas like the head, hands, and feet. Let's dive deeper into the spacesuit essentials that keep our brave astronauts safe and comfortable during their time in space. You might be wondering why they need a pack on their back when there's no gravity pulling them down, but trust us, it serves an essential purpose. The backpack is home to the primary life support subsystem, which is basically like having your own personal oxygen supply system. It filters out carbon dioxide and regulates oxygen levels for our astronauts while working outside the spacecraft. You're right, our trusty spacesuits have got this whole surviving in space thing down pat. Not only do they pack a personal oxygen supply system and comfy air circulation, but they also feature tiny thrusters that can help you get back to the safety of your spacecraft. These small jets at the back of the suit give our astronauts some serious control when working outside their space station or during emergency situations. And as we'll explore further, there's more where that came from. These suits are truly the ultimate in space travel gear. But here's the cool part. When you're floating around outside a spacecraft, drinking from your average water bottle just isn't gonna cut it. That's why NASA came up with something called the Insuit Drink Bag, or IDB. It stores nearly 2 whole liters of fluids, including water, right on their spacesuit, providing astronauts with the hydration they need to keep going during long extravehicular activities. The IDB is a game changer for keeping our space explorers well hydrated and focused throughout their missions. Drinking water in space is as easy as moving your head, no need to stretch or bend. Just suck it up. With NASA's Insuit Drink Bag, or IDB, astronauts can simply tilt their head within the helmet and voila, they're sipping on hydration. But let's not overlook the ultimate protector of our space explorers, the spacesuit itself. It shields them from the dangers lurking in space, like rogue pieces of matter flying at just the right speed to cause harm. Think of it as a mini spacecraft for humans, equipping astronauts with all they need and safeguarding against becoming part of the vastness of outer space debris. Today's space facts are now out of this world knowledge. Thanks for tuning in. That's all for today's fascinating space facts. If you're curious about other mind-blowing topics, be sure to explore our channel's vast library of edutainment content. For instance, if you ever wondered what it would be like if dinosaurs still roamed Earth or the secrets beneath our ocean's surface, we have videos on those and more. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for daily doses of knowledge and fun facts, and I'll catch you in the next video.